If you have koi and you see these symptoms on your koi is in danger. What's up my aquatic friends, Raja here, and this is Taj Mahal Aquatics, your source of fun fish content and everything about the world of fish keeping. If you have koi and you see some weird symptoms on your koi's health is under threat. Why would I say so? Because these symptoms that you see on your koi can indicate something is not right with your koi's health. Or in simple words, the symptoms that you see can indicate that your koi is sick. And in this video, I'm gonna show you some common diseases that you would find on koi. Wanna know what diseases you commonly found on koi? Let's dive in to find out. The first one is probably a disease that you have seen on other fishes too. White spot disease is a common disease found on many fish including koi. The most notable symptom of this disease is the white spot on the fish itself. Other symptoms are they become lethargic, constantly scratching, and even rapid breathing. And they could also hang on the spot where the most water agitation happens. For the treatment of this disease, you could do a bath treatment with salt, methylene blue, or malachite green. Another disease you also see on other fish, including koi, is fin rot. Also commonly found on other fish, and the most notable symptoms of this disease is on the fin and also tail that looks like someone is about to shred this fish alive into millions of pieces. For the treatment of this disease, you could put this fish into quarantine with medication treatments for fin rot, and you could also improve your pond water quality, as the reason this disease appears is from poor water quality. If you see a tiny creature that looks like a tiny horseshoe crab, be aware, as that means Argillus. Argillus is a parasite lice found on koi. The easiest symptoms to notice on the fish is the lice itself, but there are other symptoms like erratic swimming, scraping, and wiggling on pectoral fins and shaking on their dorsal fin. For the treatment, remove the lice carefully with tweezers, and you could treat the fish with medication also. Another parasite that you need to be aware of if you see it on your koi is anchorworm. Anchorworm is a parasitic worm that infects your koi. You could see this worm with your naked eye. They are usually attached to the skin of the koi, and they cause irritation. For the treatment, it's the same as the Argillus, which is removal by tweezers and medication treatment. If you notice some unusual scars on your koi, be aware, as that means ulcer. Ulcers are sores that are usually caused by bacteria infection. But water quality can also be the factor for this disease, and physical injuries can also cause it as well. For the treatment of this disease, you could use antibacterial or antifungus medication to treat the infected fish. If your koi look a bit concerning, then it's probably caused by fluke. Fluke is a parasitic flatworm that infects koi. and they can infect skin and gills. The symptoms of this disease includes flashing, rapid breathing, lethargy, and excessive mucus production. There are some fluke medication products you could use for treating flukes on koi, but you could also use potassium permanganate to treat fluke also. If somehow your koi swims in a really odd position, there's something wrong with the swim bladder. Goldfish are not the only fish that can have swim bladder issue. Swim bladder issue can also be found on koi. And like the name says, the most notable symptoms of this disease is that your koi swims in a very odd way. Treating this disease is kinda tricky, and some even say that it's untreatable. Treating this disease is a bit complicated, but if you have tried treating this disease and it works successfully, you can share it in the comment section. And lastly, if your koi looks like a pine cone, that's a sign that your koi is having dropsy. Dropsy is the final boss of disease for fish, and I will tell you why later. The most notable symptoms are your koi swollen like an inflatable, and the scale is raised up. I call this disease the final boss of fish disease, as once your fish have this disease, the chance of your fish recovering is very little, and often some fish keepers euthanize their fish when the fish has dropsy. But I didn't say that you could not treat this disease. And if you want to try it, immediately put your fish into quarantine with salt bath. And if you have tried treating a fish from dropsy, let me know in the comment section. So there you have it. Those are some diseases that you can find with koi if something is wrong with your koi. Having a koi is expensive, and if there's something wrong with your koi, the last thing you want to happen is your koi having a disease. Nobody wants their fish to be sick, especially with expensive fish like koi. And if you find them having these diseases, you better act fast to save them. So that's a wrap for this video, and have you treated a sick koi? Let me know in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this video to your friends that find some strange symptoms with their koi. And if you want to see more cool fish content from this channel, make sure to subscribe, cause there will be more to come. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you in the next video.